Okay, so in this video we are going to create this sci-fi looking scene in Eevee, and we are doing it fully in geometry nodes. You can customize everything you want, and also the world texture is made by me. So follow along to make your own. Okay, so let's start. So first of all, delete everything and add a plane. Then let me make a geometry node editor, and in here click on new, delete this, and now let's add a grid, grid. Okay, so then connect the grid. Okay, first of all let me enable my screencast keys so you can see what is going on. Here you can see, very nice. And then change the size of x size to 20 and y size to a large number like 200, and x vertices to 7, y to 20. Now we have something like this. Let's go to wireframe. Yeah, this is looking good. Okay, go back to solid. Okay, let's add a transform geometry so we can change the location and rotation if we want. Okay, so let's leave it for now. Let's first make our mountain. So for that I am copying this. Let's move it out of the way. Connect this and change the x size to 6 and y size to 200, I think. Yeah, and vertices to 12, and let me see wireframe, and y vertices to a big number like 300. Yeah, this is okay. So then set position node, place it here. Now we have to add a texture, so let's add it. So first of all we need a noise texture. Let's add a gradient texture, not gradient texture. So let's connect these. I can make a multiple value so that we can change some values if we want in future. And let's add these two by mix color. Let's bring it down. Then connect color into socket A and this value into socket B. Change this to 15 and everything is looking fine. Also add combine XYZ so that we can displace only Z axis to create mountains. Okay, so that vector goes into our position. Now we are seeing nothing, so first of all we have to add a position node and add vector math and change this to add. This already add. Then place this value here. Now we can see something is going on. Yes, it's working. So now we have to change this noise texture to hero terrain, I think. Yeah, let me so for scale I'm going 0.15 and detail to full 15, roughness to 0.68, I think. And let's change this also to 2.5, and in the multiply value I have typed 15. Vector is changed to linear, and the factor I will going to 0.4. Also change this value to add. Where is add? Okay, so now we are getting some mountains like effect. Okay, it's looking fine. Let me first of all make this add some level so that it will look good. Okay, press F and type mountain texture, I think. Mountain texture, and this we are adding later. Okay, so now create mountains on both side and let's do fixing of this. So let's add a transform geometry node, and control shift to duplicate it while connected. So let's change this translation to -3 and this one to 3, and also here scale value to -1. And let's add a join geometry node, control shift and right click drag, so it is a node angle feature to join something. So now we are getting joined mountains like we use mirror modifier, so it's looking good. So now add on another side. Let's add one on another side so that it will look good in our scene. Let's copy this and press backspace to delete every value, and 10 translation to 10, y value to -100, and scale to 1 is looking fine. Control shift A. Then here delete this and type here -10, and also delete this one, and also add a join geometry node so that we can get these mountains. And I placed them like this so that we can connect them when we make our scene. We can connect them like this we can connect them, so we will do it later, not now. Okay, so our mountain is ready now. Time to join our plane with this. Okay, so shift plus equal to make some nodes look good like this. You can see there are so much gap. When we press shift plus equal to, it become arrange, sort of some arrange like this. Okay, so let's convert this into box also. Press F and type mountains, and let me place it right here. Okay, so let's take our grid and connect this with this joint geometry. So now our grid is here, and when we duplicate it, it will automatically connect like this. So for now we don't need this. So now our scene is looking like this. We can also make our grid down if we want. Okay, so first of all, let's change this to -1 or 1.5. It is looking too much down. Okay, so also let's name this ground, not ground F, ground. Okay, so let's create some wireframe around our mountains. So for that I am taking a curve to mesh node, joining this. I mean mesh to curve, then mesh to curve, mesh to curve. First I connected mesh to curve to mesh, and we can give profile curve to curve circle, not curve line, curve circle, curve curve circle. Okay, for resolution I am choosing 4, radius I am choosing 0.013, and connect this to our joint geometry. And naming I am naming this mountain wireframe. Okay, placing it here. It's look good. And also saving this and I am saving this like sci-fi scene dot blend. And make sure you save every time you do something big in our project file. And like I have added some wireframe and stuffs, so I am doing this. Okay, so let's add some materials. So for that I am taking a set material node, place it here inside the group, and copying it and pasting it here on mountains. This and if sometimes it goes on other frames we don't like, so you can press Alt P, it will go out, and you can insert it here. And also here material node here inside this frame. Okay, so let's create some material. Press plus then new, then plus then new. Okay, so I am naming this reflective. It will be a reflective material. Press S to shader editor. For this material I am taking roughness and taking a noise texture, scale to 2 and detail to max 15, and let's change our specular to full. Okay, and also press Ctrl T to add mapping node and delete this. Change this to object. Let's make it arrange, and here we can add a color ramp and take this value and change this to something light color like this 767676 FF. And now let's add our material and also change base color to full black. Okay, let's see, change this to render view. For up now I am disabling scene word and scene light, and also we have to add it. So go back to geometry node and select reflective on ground and also on mountains. Okay, so it is looking like what we wanted. We'll change this later, so don't worry. Okay, so it is looking good. So now also add this material, and for this I am taking a purple glow name. Not purple, no, purple looks purple. Okay, so let's take our purple glow and we are in emission, strand to like 10, and taking some bright purple color. Okay, so it's looking like this. So first of all we have to do something, change these back. So we have to first assign our material purple glow. Okay, now it is looking. So let's go to our settings, and in Eevee settings turn on ray tracing and fast GI approximation and change this to ambient occlusion. Okay, so we are getting reflections like we want. Also go to compositor, create new compositing node setup, and type here glare node and change this to bloom, and viewport compositing to always, and change the threshold to something big so that we don't get this too much effect. I think 1.2, yeah, 1.2 looks good. For now 1.2 looks good, and also we can adjust size if we want, changing this like 0.4. Okay, so it is looking good. So let's head back to compositing nodes let's make our wireframe on our ground. Okay, so for ground wireframe I am copying this and changing its name to ground wireframe, ground ground wireframe, and taking our ground transform geometry and place it here. Okay, also let's make a new material and change the name to red glow. We can make red material and select it here, red glow, and click here to assign it here. Okay, so now head back to shader editor and let's create our red glow material. So let's go to emission, extend to 10, and let's make it something like this. Yeah, this looks, if you want you can increase the number of grid size so you can get more. Some these like you can increase or decrease them if you want more, but this is looking fine. In the last loop it will look good. Okay, so let's create some object which are rotating in our scene. Okay, so let's first do that. Okay, so let's add some objects, shift plus equal to, and move it aside like this, and also take this or not this. So let's add a cube and let's first preview it. Control plus shift and right click to preview something like this or this. Where is our cube? It is here, I can't see it. Oh, so don't preview it. We are doing it direct. So let's change this size to 1.2 and add and mesh. First of all, let's take a join geometry and a transform geometry and connect it to our joint geometry where it is very far away. So let's bring where is our cube? Let's bring our cube so close like this. Okay, here it is. So first of all, let's create wireframe around this cube. So for that, I am taking mesh to curve, and then curve to mesh, C to M, and in profile curve I am taking curve circle and changing the resolution to 4 and radius to same like we have done in our ground wireframe where it is. Let's move this here and connect curve to mesh to join geometry. Now we can see some curves. So now let's also add let's material, set material node, not set position, set material, one here and one here, and change this to reflective, and let's make a new material for this. And for here we are going for blue glow. Select it from here and go to shader editor and go to emission and make a blue color like this and strength to 10. Okay, and more saturation, so let's look at that. Yeah, this is okay, so it is looking good. Head back to geometry nodes and let's first of all make this and cube. Okay, so now it's time to make it rotate around the edges. So for Z, so first of all let's take Z value and place it like here, like I don't know, 0.07, negative 0.07, I think, but it's far above. I think negative 0.7. Yeah, this is looking good. Now rotate it slightly, y-axis like 35 degree and here 45 degree. Now we can get this effect, and here we can type 0.07. There is still gap between them. Let's adjust this manually. 0.46, not 36, I'll 44. Okay, 44 looks. Then we can take this and rotate this if we want, and we will do this when we are creating keyframes. Okay, so let's take this full and control shift D or control or shift D direct. We can make copy of this and add this here, connect here in our join geometry, and let's take this and let's move it like let's place it here and change this cube to shift plus S to swap and change this to what we can take cone. Let's delete this rotation and place it here, and in future we can rotate this. And what we can take else, let me icosphere. Yeah, icosphere will be. So let's duplicate it again and also rename this to cone. Also it is not look that much good. Let's vertex is to make it something small, placing it like okay, this looks fine. Control plus S to save. Let's take this and change this to icosphere 1. We are taking 2 icosphere. Then shift plus S to swap and type icosphere and change these values. Where it is, where is our icosphere? Okay, so we have to join. I forget. Not this, like this. Here it is too far away, which is looking fine. So let's first of all bring in here so we can see what is going on. Not this way, this. Okay, so let's make it fly. It is a sci-fi object flying around, and just Z value to like here, and radius something like 0.86, subdivision to 2 or 3. No, 3 looks 2, and then we can play with rotation when we are doing keyframes. Let's place it back here, one here. Yeah, this looks good. No, let's take it like, oh, and let's duplicate it again. Control Shift D and connect this to join geometry, and let's take it here. Let's push it back to slide here and make its size 0.88 and all this. Okay. Place it back like this, and also in x-axis like this. Make it more back. So now let's add another cone, but this time it will look like triangle, so we are in triangle or something, but I cannot express. You will see it now. Let's connect this to join geometry. Where it is, first of all I have to find out where it is gone. Let's take this vertices and take this to 4. Yeah, 4 looks fine. Side segments to like 2. Full segment is 1, and now we can place it here. Here it is. We can place it here. Okay, it looks fine. So, like this in this. Okay, so let's take one more thing to add. Okay, let's add a cylinder. I like cylinders. Shift D again, connect this to joint S, connect this to geometry. Okay, and change this to cylinder and Shift plus S and search for cylinder and take it back. First of all, let's add it, then we will take it back. So where is our, here it is. It is looking like cube, but we will fix it. Okay, first of all vertices to like side segment to 2 and depth is fine. Let's get upward like minus 0.8 minus point. Okay, good. And rotation we will do later in Z. So let's place it in our grid like here. Like here it is good. Let's make another one. Shift D, connect this to join joint, not this. That one to this side. Where it is going, bro? And some echo. And let's change this vertices to 4 or 3. Let's see. Okay, so it is looking like, and once. Okay, triangles, side segment. Okay, now it is looking good. Our scene is kind of ready. Okay, so we have to first of all create some materials for different them. Let's start with our cone. Okay, so for this, what I take, let's make a pink material, pink glow, and I'm not going to shader editor for this. Make it pink and strand to 10, not 110, and assign this material pink glow. Okay, and take Z value down like this. Also pink looks fine, and we have to make some more materials. So let's take and make a red material. Red. No, red glow we have. So orange blue. For that I am taking a value like not orange blue, taking a yellow orange type. Let's change emission to 10. Controls hover over this and Control C and Control V, and let's take our cylinders and change this to orange yellow glow. Yeah, it is looking good. And other cylinder to red glow. Okay, let's change this cylinder or this cone, sorry, and make it as new material. Let's change this color to something like cyan color. Control C and Control D, strand to 10. Yeah, this is looking fine. Change this to cyan glow and select it here, cyan. Where it is. Okay, we have changed this one. We don't have to change this. Control plus Z, not entire materials. Change this back to what this is red, and go to other cone where it is, this one, and change this to cyan glow. Okay, this is okay, and let's change one of the ionosphere color, ionosphere 1, and change this to purple glow. Yeah, this is looking fine. Now our scene is ready. Now we can animate some values. Okay, so let's go for 200 frames and make sure your F curve is set to linear and default is Bezier, but then change for this video and change this to linear and save preferences in the animation tab. Okay, so let's animate this. So first of all, let's start with our cone, then we will go forward. So we are going for 200 frames anyways. So here it is our, okay, this is our cylinder, this is our cone. Put I on the rotation values in the transform geometry, and then go to frame number 1 200 and 720 and press I again. Oh, sorry, press backspace, and only for 724 this Z value and press I. Okay, so now it is rotating. We are doing this simple anyway. And same for cylinders, Z value. First of all, go to frame 1 I, then last frame and 720 I again. Okay, this is look fine. And for the other cylinder as well, go to frame 1, hit I, go to end of the frame and hit 720 and hit I again. Okay, so for icosphere we can do every value. So first of all, what we can do is, okay, so I think both cylinder will have same, so let's adjust it. Take end frame to 0 in second cylinder and starting frame to 720, so it will rotate in other direction. It will look good at the end. So let's go to our icosphere, and on frame 0 I go to frame end and type 720 in all, and it will rotate like this. You can see here it is, looks kinda sci-fi. Okay, so for other icosphere we are going to frame end and I, then starting of frame I'm pressing 720 and hit I again. Okay, so for another cone, hit I, then go to frame end, hit 70 in this side, hit I again. And for the cube we are going to do the same. Frame end, start, hit I, frame end and type 720 in Z and hit I again. Now it will also rotate. Okay, so animation is done. We will add camera and do animation later. Camera animation, so let's do it first. Go to your front view, then mesh and add a camera. Go to camera and move it backward like this. Okay, so first of all let's duplicate this. Shift plus D, Z, Y and control, and make sure it will snap perfectly. G, Y, roll. Okay, so it is connected. Okay, so it is connected seamlessly. You can do it how many times you want. Shift D, Y, control for, and go to G, Y, control shift for precision, and then there. Okay, so now our scene is ready. Everything will be rotating. Let's take this whole and make a new collection and change this name to like scene, create collection, and also add plane to in the collection. Click on this and select objects, and now what we are going to do is to add keyframes in it. So press I in the viewport, I, and then go to ending frame, and then G, Y minus 400, press I again. Let's see. Okay, so it is going, this looks seamless. Okay, yeah, so it is okay, nice. And also we can shift this 201, make sure you have select all objects and G101. Now it will be seamless. Yeah, when we start it will look like, you can see it will go, then all objects will do, and we will shift this cube coming pathway later. First of all, let's look this how it is going, and it is too much lagging. It will, because yeah, this is seamless. You have been okay. So let's see this. So let's first adjust our camera when cube comes in the way. Cube comes in like 75 frame. Okay, so in 78 frame, go to top view, press F to see your camera. In the 78 press I mean in the 65 5 frame forward, press I, all channels, and in the 75 or 74 make this camera to go like here, rotate on Z axis like this, like 45 degree, and press I. Now it is like this, it will go sideways, and duplicate this frame again, go 5 frame away from 74 and 79, control C to copy, so we can place it again. Here is the cube. So this time cube is in 174, so let's go to 165 and control V to paste the keyframes, and in this time we are going opposite way, so here and left mirror. Okay, so this time we have to invert it, so go to X axis and make sure you are around, look good, and Z, and this time minus 45 or minus 75 looks good. Press I again, and let's see. Okay, like it. And in this frame a little bit forward like 1, and also this one to 8. Okay, so let's see our preview. Hide this one. Okay, so it go like this, then again this, and this also like this, so it is looking good. If you want, you can adjust this in keyframe, but I'm not going to do that. This is fine, bro. Okay, go to render preview again like this. Okay, now it's time to add our world into the scene. So let's make our world background into ours. Go to world and delete this default one. So it's time for adding world texture. So let's take a sky text. Where it is sky. Okay, let's take a sky text and changing this to hostkey / wilkey, and let's take a RGB curve color, and let's make it like some like this, and let's take a background color, strand to 1, and also duplicate it again and merge them via mix shader, and duplicate it again, get this into shader 1 and duplicate this background, and change this color value to #5883321. See, #58833E2FF. You can type this and this will become the same color I'm using. Okay, so then okay, so you can see the sky texture. So let's adjust and make this sci-fi. Search for color ramp and for born night texture. The scale value type 175. Okay, so we'll change the scale value to 175 and detail to 0, and this is to all remaining, and let's flip the color ramp so that we can get stars. Make it too close, like 0.04, I think. 0.04, and take this and strand to 150 so that we can get some stars in our scene. Okay, it is looking nice. And let's make this more sci-fi colors. Oh, let's adjust our RGB color and take this blue value and punch it like these values, something like this. Let's make it a little bit back. Okay, now it is looking like what I'm thinking in my mind. So it's time to add a sun. So for that, let's add a color ramp and take this and adding into factor, and Control T for mapping nodes. Select color ramp and Control T and remove this. Take this and place here, connect vector into factor, and take object in texture coordinate. Okay, so let's take this color ramp and place it here and change this to constant, and like this. Now time to see our rotation. Let's change where it is. I don't see this. Let's change this value to 70.4, this to 59.4, and Z value 26.1. It is our sun. I don't see there. 0.570. Okay, so here it is. Let's type the value of 0.57. Okay, here it is our sun. Let's change this color to like not too okay, like this. Okay, so we are getting some sci-fi sky in our environment. Also we can adjust the blue strand from here. We want more, but I think this is, and also we can increase these. Okay, so it is looking good. Tweak some value. Okay, I don't think we have. Okay, so here is our full ready scene. Now I can this, and here is our full scene we have made from just geometry nodes and some external world texture by using some blender nodes, and you can see it is too much lagging now, but now you can render this and get amazing result. For rendering, choose your output here, and you can use video or image as well as what do you want, and indie color, and go to render settings and indie color management. You can change this to filmic if you want, and look to medium high contrast or high contrast. I like high contrast. Very high contrast is very high, so don't do that, it will look bad. And you can also adjust gamma of the scene and exposure if you want more bright and more low. Like gamma of 1.2 looks fine, but I'm setting this normal. And so this is, we have made it in Blender using our geometry nodes. So now you can get this scene. Tutorial was helpful. Please subscribe and comment and like and share, and here you go, the final result.